Hello everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Today we are checking out the brand new Scarlet and Violet Black Bolt and White Flare Elite Trainer Box. These Elite Trainer Boxes are supposed to be retailing for right around $50 to $60. However, if you check on the secondary market, they are probably going for closer to $100 right now. So we're going to be seeing if these are going to be worth anywhere near $100 worth of value. You get yourself 9 Black Bolt booster packs inside of this ETB and 9 White Flare booster packs inside of the White Flare ETB. They each come with a promo card. The Black Bolt one comes with Thunderous and the White Flare one comes with Tornadus. In terms of illustration rare art, the promo cards are pretty meh, but from my understanding, the pack opening experience for these are actually really solid, so let's check them out. These are two completely unique sets, which means a lot of the illustration rares that you can pull inside of Black Bolt are not going to be inside of White Flare. There is a little bit of in-between between these two sets. There is, I think, just the Victini as the card that is available inside of both Black Bolt and White Flare, but they both contain a bunch of really cool illustration rares that I would be very excited to pull overall inside of Black Bolt. I think the big chase card for me personally is got to be the Snivy line. That's just a really cool illustration rare line. And so we're going to be checking out Black Bolt first before we move on to White Flare. In terms of pulls, both the illustration rares inside of Black Bolt and White Flare are really solid. I don't think that there is going to be one particular set that is going to be significantly stronger than the other. Although I think most people are going to want to open up both Black Bolt and White Flare. So obviously the Pokemon Company is doing something that is very solid for them right here, which is making it so that you're purchasing double the amount of ETBs or booster bundles or whatever it is, because you're going to want both of these sets. You're going to want both Black Bolt and White Flare. I don't think there's going to be a world where people are going to pick one over the other. If they had a choice, you would want to have both. So there is our Thunderous illustration rare. I think it's an okay illustration rare. Not the strongest ETB promo card, but not the weakest either. Are the Thunderous and Tornadus combo really... I mean, it's a trio, but they did a combo for the ETB. Are these really flagship Pokemon for Black Bolt and White Flare? I think it's okay. Hey, we got ourselves our first illustration rare, Beheeyem. From my understanding, wow, we got ourselves Superior EX. From my understanding, the pull rates for this set should feel better than Prismatic Evolutions, and I think that's very, very important. You're going to feel a little bit of a better pull rate than Prismatic Evolution, but it's not going to feel as good as, say, Crown Zenith. It's going to feel very in between. So there we got ourselves our first illustration rare. The pull rates for the illustration rare is right around 1 in every single 6 booster pack. So on average, you're going to pull 1.5 illustration rare inside of your ETB. So you typically get around 1, and every now and again, if you open up another ETB, you'll get 2. And they are bringing back the static holo rare. So these are really cool, very popular during the Black and White era. So it's a strong callback to Black and White. It's very interesting that this set has the word Scarlet and Violet and then Black and White. So it is a little funny that they're just throwing this. If this is the final set for the Scarlet and Violet era, it's just very confusing. I do think the Pokemon Company is doing their best to sort of transition into Mega Evolution right now. Full Art Excadrill. Very solid ETB so far. So this is what they sort of mean when they say, hey, the pull rates is going to feel a little bit better. Having illustration rares inside of this set absolutely helps the pull rate a little bit. And I'm also making sure that if we pull ourselves a Master Ball, which is right around 1 in 15 to 1 in 20 booster packs, that we notice it. I've seen a couple of the Pokeball holographic reverse. These are pretty much the exact same holographic reverse pattern as the Japanese illustration rares, or the Japanese 151 set, I mean. And so those are kind of neat, but they're going to be kind of hard to distinguish. The difference between the Pokeball and the Master Ball are very, very small. I do think the textured Pokeballs and Master Balls inside of Prismatic Evolutions look significantly better. It's just really obvious once you pull a Pokeball or Master Ball which one it is. But inside of this set, you don't get a Pokeball inside of every single booster pack. The shiny, static, holographic reverse energies are actually kind of neat too. You don't get too many of those inside of these booster packs. So this set, it does feel nice. I think the Pokemon Company did hit a solid middle ground. I still think the pull rates for illustration rare should be a little bit higher. I think that's actually the best pull rate, was in Crown Zenith. And the pull rate for this is not bad. Wow, there we go. Another static electric energy. 3 more packs to go. And obviously the top chase card for both of these two sets are going to be the monochrome cards. The Victini should be the most affordable of the 3. And the big reason is because the Victini is available inside of both Black Bolt and White Flare, while the Zekrom and Reshiram monochrome cards are exclusive to either one of their sets. So in that case, you're going to see about twice as many Victinis being pulled compared to Black Bolt or Zekrom or Reshiram. All right, we've only pulled 1 illustration rare so far. After opening up these 2 ETBs, I should see on average of 2 illustration, actually 3 illustration rares. Wow, the full art's very nice. We pulled 2 full arts, 1 illustration rares, and 2 EX so far. I cannot complain about this at all. That is very solid for any Elite Trainer box. And this is sort of what you should feel from Black Bolt and White Flare, is slightly better pull rates. Obviously, there were no illustration rares inside of Prismatic Evolution, so you could never pull one anyway. So you'll feel that lacklusterness. Oh, there we go. Meloetta EX into a holographic reverse energy. So those are our pulls so far from Black Bolt. 6 hits inside of 9 booster packs is just really solid. I'm not going to complain about that at all. Let's move on to White Flare. We also pulled 3 Pokeball Holographic Reverse inside of our Black Bolt Elite Trainer box. The pull rates for the Pokeball Holographic Reverse is 1 in every 3 booster packs. We opened up 9 booster packs, so we got exactly the average pull rates for the Pokeball Holographic Reverse. 9 more booster packs onto the White Flare side this time. Let's check out that promo card. There we got ourselves our Tornadus. Very, very solid. Again, very similar to the Thundurus. It's an okay promo card. Not one that I would say is super exciting, but not bad at all, considering that there's an illustration rare for every single Pokemon inside of this, I guess these 2 sets. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. I do think the illustration rares are very, very nice. All right, let's check out White Flare. Overall, I think if you're a huge fan of Black and White, these sets are going to feel really nostalgic, especially if you remember opening up the old Black and White sets. These are going to feel super nostalgic, especially with the static holographic reverse. They absolutely know what they're doing. Excelgor illustration rare, very, very solid. This was also something that I noticed about a lot of the illustration rares inside of Black Bolt and White Flare, is that they're okay. Like, this is an okay illustration rare. It's absolutely Excelgor, but you know what I mean, is that it could feel a little bit more out there. It just feels like extended artworks, right? They drew the Pokemon and then they drew it inside of a scene, but there was a lot more creativity put into some of the illustration rares than other. So that is one that is more of a meh illustration rare. It's not bad. I'm not complaining that I pulled it, but it's more understanding that some of the illustration rares just have way cooler artworks than some of the other ones. And that's going to make sense when there's a set with so many different illustration rares. Oh, look at that Archeops. That is so cool. The static hollows do look really, really nice. Let's see if we can pull ourselves one more illustration rare. If our average continues up, then we should see one more illustration rare inside of this White Flare ETB, but there's no guarantees of anything at all. If we can pull an SIR, that would be the absolute best. Zoroark, the Zoroark and Zorua illustration rares are inside of White Flare, and they look really, really solid as well. I think the biggest illustration rare that you should watch out for would probably be this Seismitoad. I just have a feeling that the Seismitoad illustration rare is going to do something funky in the next couple of months, just because of the pedigree behind the artwork of that card. So that's just something to be aware of. Couple more packs of White Flare to go. The other one that I want to pull ourselves is a Master Ball Holographic Reverse. I don't think most people are going to care for the Master Ball Holographic Reverse inside of this set specifically, because the theme is just not there. It works really well inside of 151 because everyone wants to catch the original 151 Pokemon. there's going to be less people that want to catch every Pokemon or get every single card inside of Black Bolt and White Flare. One of the things that we talked about was that a master set of Black Bolt and White Flare would ultimately take you 800 unique cards, because there's a Pokeball version of every card, a Master Ball version of every single card, a illustration rare version of every single card, and of course their normal card as well. So once you add it all up, it's just so many unique cards, and someone's going to do the challenge. I know some people out there are already trying to do the challenge for Black Bolt and White Flare. Ooh, Pokeball, still have not pulled ourselves a Master Ball yet. And we're still stuck on 2 illustration rare. 2 more packs of White Flare to go. This White Flare ETB was significantly worse so far than the Black Bolt ETB. We've only pulled a single hit so far, and it was Excelgor. I'm not feeling the loves right now from White Flare. 2 more packs to go. Sawsbuck's holographic reverse, Bulldor holographic reverse, into a Tornadus duplicate rare. We already just saw that card. Final pack of White Flare. Overall, like I said, this set is going to be fun for some, and some people are going to straight up skip this set, and I think that's completely fine. I don't think that everyone needs to open up both of these sets. We got ourselves Plume Fossil, Lillipup, Ignition Energy, Sharon, Stoutland, Ferrothorn. There we go, our very first Master Ball, and it is the Master Ball Ferrothorn. It is the Master Ball holographic reverse pattern that you see inside of Japanese 151. Into a Durant illustration rare. I actually really like this illustration rare. We got a couple of Durants out there at the front of their entrance, and you can see a little bit of a Durant hive down here. Wow, they got a couple of berries that they're holding on to. So that's actually a pretty nice illustration rare. Into a Keldeo EX. That was a little bit of a mini God pack for me personally. We got ourselves 3 hits inside of a single booster pack. Is kind of insane. You got yourself the Ferrothorn Master Ball, into a Durant illustration rare, into a Keldeo EX. Granted, that is not the best combo possible. You can obviously kind of think about what would be the absolute best possible pull from this set. And obviously, it also has God packs. Black Bolt and White Flare does contain God booster packs, which is really cool as well. Final thoughts on Black Bolt and White Flare. The pull rate does feel really, really nice. Not as good as Crown Zenith, but still really cool. We pretty much got the exact average of everything. We got ourselves 1 Master Ball, which is exactly right. We pulled ourselves 6 Pokeball holographic reverse, which is, again, exactly right. We pulled 3 illustration rares out of 18 booster packs, completely right on the average. So this is exactly what you can expect from an average pack opening experience of Black Bolt and White Flare. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on these sets, and I'll see you guys next time.